Hi friends, welcome to Roger's Best Adventures. This is the part 2 video of my Hollywood, California adventure. The date is August 21st, 2022, about 9:45 a.m. From Hollywood Boulevard, I'm exiting Ciclavia going north on Highland Avenue. I'll be back to Ciclavia later, but first I am taking a detour to go have breakfast at Universal Studios Hollywood. The next cross street coming up, it's Franklin Place. On my left is Hollywood United Methodist Church. As I've mentioned on my previous video, I've been on my bicycle since 6 a.m. I've driven this way many times to Universal, but I've never been this way by bicycle. As I make my way through Highland Avenue, everything has been pretty smooth until I notice the incline increase. Although there is a little bit of incline, it's not enough to adjust the gears. The next cross street ahead is Franklin Avenue. Franklin Avenue reminds me of the time I went to have a wonderful dinner with my wife at the Yamashiro restaurant located on Sycamore Avenue. Maybe I'll go have dinner there once more and make that my next Roger's Best Adventures video. I want to mention, prior to riding my bicycle, I do my homework and research the streets on Google Maps to ensure the streets are bike friendly. Some roads can be very hazardous and they have no room for bicyclists. Also, if I'm going to ride at night, I make sure to carry a bright light so that other vehicles can see me, just like the light I have on my helmet. On my left, I see two hotels, a Hilton Garden Inn and a Holiday Inn Express. There is even a Best Western on my left, not too far from Hollywood Boulevard. Going through Highland has not been easy for me. It's been an incline ever since the beginning. I'm determined to get to Universal Studios because it's a passion to get to my destination. I also enjoy the scenery in the meantime. The next cross street coming up is Milner Road on my right and Camrose Drive on my left. As I'm crossing Milner Road, this is the part that I was confused on Google Maps. On Highland Avenue, there is a split ahead between Cahuenga Boulevard and the 101 freeway. At this point, my mind is trying to figure out how am I going to get across to Cahuenga Boulevard that's on the far left lane. The answer is simple. Stop, check both ways, proceed with caution when safe, and pedal as fast as I can. Just a few feet away, the next cross street coming up is Odine Street. Here I go. And I made it. This little intersection is Patmore Way. In front of me is the Hollywood Bowl and to my right is the Hollywood Bowl sign. I see what's currently playing is Beethoven's Ninth and Mozart Under the Stars. As I come around the Hollywood sign, I notice there's another bicyclist across the street and I'm trying to get his attention. That's the 101 freeway. That's alright. Okay, here I go. I will continue my adventure up Cahuenga Boulevard. For a while, the scenery in this area is going to be the 101 freeway on the right and some hills on the left. This ride is becoming more challenging as I see more incline ahead with no sign of relief. Thankfully, I carried 2 extra water bottles in my backpack. My speed was currently less than 5 miles per hour. Sometimes when I'm on a ride like this, I like to play the Rocky story, with the first track being Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. The next intersection is the Pilgrimage Bridge. I'm ready to take a break here, but I feel like it's a little too soon, so I keep going. The road actually flattens a little bit here, but it's not enough for me to pick up speed. On the positive end, my ride should be pretty fast when I return. I noticed there were other cyclists on the opposite side of the road, and I'm excited it's not just me in the area. Coming up is the 101 freeway off-ramp to Cahuenga Boulevard, and below is the Hill Park Drive intersection. To my advantage, it is still morning and the weather is still overcast. It was forecasted to be hot and sunny later in the afternoon. As I'm approaching the off-ramp, once again, I feel like I need to take a break, but I still feel it's too soon, so I keep going. There are only a few more miles to go, but I feel like I'm losing steam fast. In my mind, I keep thinking, hang in there, and I'm almost there. At this point, my motivation is get to Universal and have breakfast. Not much to see yet. There is still about 1.5 miles to go. I do see something on the right, a short distance away. As I get closer and closer, I think I found a spot where I will take a break. From Hollywood Boulevard to Universal by bicycle is close to 3 miles. I'm not even counting yet all the miles I've covered from home and part of Ciclavia. I'll share the total miles later, including the total calories I burned. Friends, I think this ride has got the best of me. I think I'm halfway to Universal, which is my destination for this adventure. But I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna take a little 5-minute break, or maybe even 10, before I continue. Good thing there's a little space over here to relax. But yes, drink some water and recharge a little bit and continue my adventure. Alright, time to continue this adventure. I feel I've recovered after that break. This little intersection coming up is right lane. Friends, so far on this trip, I haven't gotten a flat, thankfully. If you are going to cycle far from home, there are a few things I want to recommend you carry with you in case you get a flat. First thing would be 4 replacement tubes for your tires. Second would be a self-adhesive hatch kit in case you run out of your replacement tubes. Third would be 4 CO2 containers with valve adapter. Fourth would be 1 hand pump. Fifth would be a self-adhesive boot in case your tire gets so damaged that it can't hold the tube in place. Lastly, it would be sixth, but only if your bike requires it. If your bike is not built with a quick release on the wheels and the wheels are bolted in, I recommend you carry a wrench that's sized for those bolts. I've actually had to help a stranded person in the past that required a wrench and another that required a tube. This bridge that's coming up is the Mulholland Drive. I am almost at the top of this hill, and then it will be a smooth ride. Right ahead is a little intersection coming up for Mulholland Drive and Woodrow Wilson Drive. Back in 2014, friends, I used to be so fast that a motorcycle officer came up next to me. I was traveling at 30 miles an hour, but the officer wanted to be sure that I wasn't going past the speed limit, which was 35 miles an hour. Just a few feet away and I'll be at the top of this hill. This side of the road is kind of narrow, so I'm constantly checking my rear view mirror that's attached to my helmet. I purchased my rear view mirror at Performance Cycles, but I think they closed all their stores in 2018. I'm sure you can find one on eBay or Amazon. I highly recommend it. I don't encourage anyone to ride their bicycle on the wrong side of the road. Even though it's just a few feet before I reach the top, I am beginning to struggle and I can't stop here. As you can see by the movement on my bicycle as I hit some branches on the right. I see the top of the hill a short distance away, so again I tell myself I can do this and I'm almost there. Yes, I made it. From here, my bicycle was beginning to pick up speed on its own. At some point, my speedometer tracked me going as fast as 26 miles an hour. With the wind blowing in my face, I felt like Superman. The next 3 intersections I'll be passing by fast are Oakcrest Drive, Cadet Court, and Bennett Drive. The next intersection is Barbara Court. On Barham Boulevard, I will make a right here. Ahead, I will make a left on Cahuenga Boulevard East. Across the street on the left, I see a Universal Studios billboard. It's time for a picture and action. All right, friends, let's continue this adventure. I have less than a mile to go, and it's a little bit past 11 a.m. This part shouldn't be too bad. It's until I get to the main entrance that I'm worried about. Altogether, friends, my ride to Universal was 24.77 miles, and I burned over 1,088 calories. And that's not even counting the miles I did going back to Ciclavia. As I turn around the curved road, I see the first sign to Universal Studios Hollywood. At this point, I'm really excited to know I made it, but there is still one more challenge to go. I made it to the main entrance, but I am bracing myself for the steep incline. Here I go. Currently, this is my actual speed. If you want to know, my speedometer tracked me at a whopping 2 miles an hour. As I see Jaws on the left, my mind is thrilled with a rush to know that I made it all the way on my bicycle. Many friends in the past have suggested, why don't I get a pedal assist bicycle? Well, personally, I believe if I were to get a pedal assist bicycle, then it would take away the sport. Yes, the incline is steep, but this part is short and I should be at the top in a few minutes. There is a split ahead and I'll need to shift to my left. As I check my rearview mirror, I proceed with caution when safe. I notice there are a few cars coming, so I stay where I am. I see my chance, and here I go. And I made it. The sheriff is in charge of this neighborhood. By now, I'm huffing and puffing, but I'm just a few feet away from my destination. Friends, I made it to the entertainment capital of LA. See for yourselves. There it is, Universal CityWalk. And now, friends, it's time to have breakfast. Friends, I am a true fan of Universal. That's why I chose to ride my bicycle here rather than anywhere else. As I look around, everything on the left looks very much the same since the last time I came in 2019 with the fam. However, on the right, I noticed there is a wall and the Hard Rock Cafe is not there. Coming soon to that location is a chocolate emporium, but what is so funny is that I have a hard time pronouncing the name. It will be a toothsome chocolate and savory feast kitchen. I'll pan to the right so you can see it's under construction. I will never forget the time when the Dodger game was televised on the big screen. It was during the time there used to be a Dodger Dog restaurant upstairs. Hi.
Do you work here?
No.
Oh, so unfortunately we don't allow bicycles on CityWalk. Oh, so unfortunately we don't allow bicycles on CityWalk.
Okay, friends, I didn't really get in trouble. I was just informed where I could find the bike rack, and it is located on this end of Universal Studios CityWalk. Also, I was informed not to wear my reflective vest because I blend in with the employees. As I mentioned earlier, I am a huge fan of Universal Studios. The main reason is because of their movies, such as Back to the Future, Jaws, E.T., King Kong, The Terminator, and so many more. I'm going to make my way over to have breakfast at the Crepe Cafe and then do a little shopping. Yes, I want to go in the Dodger Clubhouse now, but first I have to have breakfast. But I'll be back later. At the Crepe Cafe, the menu has a variety to choose from. I will pan to the right so you can see the entire menu. Here's my order, the egg, ham and cheese crepe. I bought something at Ciclavia for my daughter, but now I want to buy something for my lovely wife. I'm sitting in front of the Popcornopolis and I'll show you what I purchased at the Souvenir Store for my lovely wife. It's pretty, huh? My wife will love it. And the second item I purchased, I bought her a pen with little rhinestones. on it. It was $4.95. It says Universal Studios on it. Universal Studios. All right, time to head to the Dodger Dugout store. Go Dodgers! Alright friends, I'm going to head back to my bicycle and complete this adventure. Oh, wow. I just broke a spoke. Oh. I'm gonna have to go to the sidewalk. Friends, this is not fun. Let's see if I can fix it temporarily. I have never fixed a spoke, friends. This is not fun, friends. This is not fun. I'm gonna need an expert for this. Maybe I should get lessons on how to fix a spoke. Not fun, friends. So, because I broke a spoke, the wheel automatically adjusts, so you can't turn it. But this bike is equipped with a release, I believe. It used to. Oh, this one has one. This one has one. This one has one too. Okay, so I can at least pedal. Yeah, pedal for a bit. That's not good, friends. I'm gonna take my broken spoke and hopefully I can make it back to Ciclavia. Well, it's part of the sport. I'm back on Cahuenga, headed back to Ciclavia on Hollywood Boulevard. To get to Universal Studios, it took me over an hour, but returning back to Hollywood Boulevard, it was only 15 minutes. Friends, I discovered the bike hubs at Ciclavia were not equipped for major repairs. Thankfully, my friend was in the area and I was able to get a ride home. That sound you hear is a Parrot that has been trained to perform and play dead.
They make the magic happen with a sound system and all the tech stuff. And myself, Jimmy, and Leo, Bike the Town, all in motion here in the streets of LA. Thanks to Ciclavia for closing the streets and showing LA what a place looks like when you don't rely on.
Put your
On Hollywood Boulevard, as I'm crossing Vine Street, you'll see the famous Pantages Theater on the left, and on the right, you'll see the new location for Amoeba Music on the corner of Argyle Avenue. Friends, I made it to Bronson Avenue. and sunset. The sunshine is in full blast right now, so you can see the Hollywood side. And I am really excited because check this out. I made it to the KTLA 5 news tower. So cool. KTLA 5. As I'm riding through the area, I noticed a famous landmark on the left. Friends, look at this gorgeous view over here. You can see the observatory from Hollywood Boulevard down here.
Feels like LA.
Well, friends, I completed the Ciclavia in Hollywood. This concludes Roger's Best Adventures. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Behind me is Vermont Avenue. That is the end to this route.